2, 1, go!
Hello Nidorinas and Nidorinos, it is KingNido here, and we have a gigantic matchup today as the Pony Canyon Fissure are hosting the Opelousas Draconids, and whoever wins this matchup will move up to second place on the leaderboard as Dragalge and Dracozolt are sent out for the Draconids, and it's Mudsdale and Claydol being sent out for the Fissure, and a Hurricane is avoided by Dracozolt from Claydol as Dracozolt fails with the Aurora Veil. Dragalge though is able to go for that Quiver Dance on the field. This is going to give a boost to Dragalge's special attack and special defense, as well as that speed. It should move up to the quickest on field as the cross chop is avoided by Dracozolt, but Dragalge is already going for a self-destruct. It is taking itself out of this matchup after giving itself a stat boost. Everyone's been avoiding moves and everyone holds on here after taking damage, except for Dragalge. Is that miss ball from Claydol super effective there on Dracozolt, lowering its special attack. So it wasn't super effective, but a great hit as a snipe shot from Dracozolt onto Claydol. That will be super effective on the ground. Psychic type as Mudsdale going for some coaching here, looking to give some support there to Claydol. It is going to give it a stat boost there in its attack and defense. Now we have Salamence coming out for the Opelousas Draconids with that Intimidate ability, or the physical attacks that are both of only Claydol, sorry. Mudsdale with that Inner Focus will not have its attack stat lowered, and Salamence with the Roar though sends Claydol straight back to the bench after lowering that stat, and Rhydon comes out in its place, having been dragged out off the bench, and Dracozolt with the Dragon Pulse is going to get that same type attack bonus there onto Mudsdale. Not a bad hit as Mudsdale sets up a light screen. It will make its side more defensive against special moves. Now Salamence going for the Sludge Wave. This is actually going to hit everybody on the field, including Dracozolt, and it takes out its own teammate with a critical hit. That is not what the 5th place Draconids want. Again, whoever wins here will move up to second place as the Pony Canyon Fissure are sitting in 3rd place. Mudsdale with that Fire Spin now onto Salamence. Salamence will take continuous damage from that Fiery Vortex, and actually gets more damage done to it from the Fire Spin Vortex than what it did from the original Fire Spin. As Goodra now comes out, we have 2 pseudo legendaries on the side of the Draconids. They know how important this matchup is, and they definitely want to win, but Goodra with the Baton Pass immediately leaves the field, so it doesn't even boost its stats before going for that Baton Pass, and out in its place comes Altaria as Rhydon with the Flash Cannon going for Salamence. Salamence is being chipped away at very quickly here, as it's going to take some damage as well from the present, and there is that Fire Spin almost finishing it off, but Salamence is holding on, and Salamence is going to go for a super effective Frenzy Plant onto Rhydon. Massive damage there, super effective, takes out Rhydon from this matchup, as that is the first eliminations for the Draconids. That Confide now from Altaria onto Mudsdale will lower its special attack as Mudsdale sets up a Psychic Terrain on the field. The Pony Canyon Fissure have a 5-4 lead at the moment. That is exactly what they need after arguably the most embarrassing loss of their season so far, as Salamence is now eliminated by that Fire Spin. They were defeated last round. They do not want to have that again here today, as Goodra comes back onto the field, as does Claydol coming back out, and Altaria now going for the Outrage, immediately finishes Claydol off and takes it out of this matchup as Mudsdale gets in the way of the Rotom camera there. Goodra now with the Sand Attack is going to lower the accuracy of Mudsdale. This could be very beneficial for the Draconids, but before that, a Head Charge from Mudsdale will connect with Altaria. Fantastic hit there as Mudsdale does take recoil damage. And finally, their light screen does wear off as we have Sandaconda now coming out onto the field, and Altaria's Outrage will continue, this time going for Sandaconda. A very good hit there. Mudsdale continues to get in the way of the camera. That Feather Dance now from Goodra is going to lower that attack stat of Sandaconda a great deal, as Sandaconda responds with the Tar Shot. This will make Goodra more susceptible to fire type attacks, as well as lowering its speed. And that Absorb from Mudsdale onto Altaria will be avoided, as Altaria goes for its 3rd and final Outrage onto Sandaconda, who is able to hold on, but that Fatigue is going to leave Altaria confused. As Sandaconda now with the Air Slash onto Altaria. That court change from Goodra does fail now, and an Anchor Shot being performed by Mudsdale, going for the 2nd pseudo legendary of the Draconids. Good hit there. Goodra can no longer escape. Altaria needs to shake off this confusion, and it is able to, and it's going to go for the Gyro Ball onto Sandaconda, but Sandaconda will be able to tank that hit and respond with a Thrash Altaria holds on though, but Goodra now with that double hit is able to get that elimination of Sandaconda. That actually levels the playing field. As Sandaconda is eliminated, but Mudsdale goes for the dual wing bait onto Goodra. You got to think if it went for Altaria, it would have given the lead back to the Fissure immediately, as that Psychic Terrain does clear from the battlefield. And we have her Powder, who has been a great late showing for the Fissure, as that Fake Out does fail from Altaria, and her Powder now with the Poison Tail is going to finish Altaria off and take it out with a critical hit as well. Don't think it needed the critical hit, but who cares, it got the elimination. That Wild Charge will not affect the ground types, and Mudsdale now with the lock on onto Goodra. See if it actually goes for something that it can benefit from that lock on, as the last Pokemon for the Draconids comes out, and it is Dracovish, who immediately goes for the Wonder Room. This will reverse the defense and special defense stats, as Hippowdon now going for the dig. This will get the same type attack bonus when it does connect, as the power swap is avoided by Hippowdon from Goodra. Mudsdale though with the Foul Stinger onto Goodra. Goodra will be able to hold on from that hit, but it is an easy target for Hippowdon, as Dracovish with the Water Pulse will finish Mudsdale off, who's actually been in this matchup from the very beginning. And here comes Hippowdon though with that dig. This will take Goodra out. Dracovish is the last Pokemon for the Draconids. It has 2 to contend with, that last one being Rhyperior coming out. Clearly must be frustrated after seeing Rhydon get eliminated so early on in this matchup, and Hippowdon now with the Mud Slap onto Dracovish. It will lower Dracovish's accuracy there, as Rhyperior with the smoke screen is going to lower that accuracy even more. This is fantastic for the Fissure, because if Dracovish cannot land its hits, it will not last, but it sets up a Misty Terrain, and of all the Pokemon on the field, I think that Misty Terrain will benefit Dracovish the least, as it is weak to Fairy type moves. That Mist will swirl around the battlefield though, as Hippowdon with the Amnesia is going to boost its special defense here. It is much more of a physical Pokemon, as the Guillotine is avoided by Dracovish from Rhyperior, and Dracovish with the Ice Fang onto Hippowdon. A super effective hit there on the ground type Pokemon, as Hippowdon responds with a Drain Punch, trying to get some of its health back by taking it away from Dracovish. This is coming down to the wire. Dracovish needs to get rid of these 2 Pokemon. Maybe it can capitalize on its water typing, as Rhyperior with the Forest Curse is going to add the grass typing to Dracovish. This could actually benefit the Dragon type Pokemon, as that Wonder Room does wear off. And Dracovish is going to go for a Frenzy Plant. It will get the same type attack bonus, and it will get the elimination. Hippowdon is taken out with that super effective Frenzy Plant. Dracovish now having that grass typing, but now it is weak to Cross Poison, which almost gets the elimination onto Dracovish, as Dracovish has to recharge after that move. Now that Tail Whip from Rhyperior will lower the defense of Dracovish, but it's an easy target. Goes for the Torment, but Rhyperior avoids it, and Rhyperior goes with the Blue Flare. This will finish Dracovish off, and the Pony Canyon Fissure have gotten the victory. Dracovish is eliminated. Rhyperior gets the victory for its team, will move the Pony Canyon Fissure up to 2nd place, which is fantastic, because our next matchup for them will be against the Olivine, or it will be 1st versus 2nd next round. Whereas the Opelousas Draconids will be facing the Numerable Devils, which will be 3rd versus 6th, still 2 top teams. I cannot wait for that next round, but in our next matchup, it will be the Sir Chester Frost trying to outlast the Cinnabar Flare, who will have the type advantage. Sir Chester Frost trying to get back into the top 8. Cinnabar Flare just trying to get away from that Twisted Spoon position. But until then, Nidorinos, thank you so much for watching. Let us know in the comments below who you thought was the best on field. And if you enjoyed what you saw, please leave a like, share, subscribe, but more importantly, always remember, you are awesome, and I'll see you when you see me.